Basic theater makeup. Knowing theater makeup is important because you never know when you're going to be doing a film where your character is in a play or you're going to be actually working in a theater. This is a very small skill to have that could really take you very far if you have it. Some of the things that you can use for a basic theater makeup are a foundation 2 shades lighter than your client, a contour that is considerably dark. You want to use a primer because those lights up from the stage are hot and they can melt the makeup. You want the makeup to stick for a long period of time. A bright, bold blush, white eyeliner, a black or a brown eyeliner, a tray of eyeshadows, whichever color you want. I'm going to be using my contour palette, and different types of brushes. Whatever brushes you like to use for blending, for applying eyeshadow, foundation brush. I like to use my spoolie, a buffing brush, a basic bronzer brush angled, and a pretty decent sized powder brush because you're going to be powdering everything. Again, you want that makeup to stay under those hot lights. So our client, Chris, is in a play. And we're going to take the initial steps of priming the skin. As I had mentioned, we want to have this makeup stay under the hot lights and the movement and all of the acting. It is easy for this to melt off, and we don't want that to happen. We want it to last through all of the play. Of course, we're going to be touching him up between scenes, things of that nature, but while he's on the stage sweating, we want to try to get this makeup to stay as long as we can. Theater makeup is the opposite of regular makeup or makeup that you would see in a film because we don't want it to look natural. We want the makeup to be seen from the cheap seats. So the makeup is going to be slightly darker, about 2 shades darker than the natural skin. And we don't have to try to hide the makeup or make it look minimal. We just want to shellac it on there, spackle it, make it very noticeable. So the opposite, again, the opposite of regular natural makeup. Where if he were to walk down the street with this, people would probably take a second glance. So a good coverage, a thick coverage. Close your eyes. And the same with the contour. So using a contour tone, dark. We don't have to be shy about anything that we're doing here. You want some slight blend to it, but again, we want to see this from far away. Really show these cheekbones exist from the people in the nosebleed section to see. So from here, it looks obscene, absurd, but from very far away, it just looks like cheekbones. We're going to take a very bright blush. Blending isn't even, it's not your biggest priority. It's just to be able to see this from far away. The eyeshadow is even sillier. You want the eyeshadow to go in an upward motion, almost as if his eyes are up here and you're not working with any of this part of the face. You just want it up, up, up. So I'm going in. It's kind of fun to do. It reminds me of when I was a little kid playing with my mom's makeup, not really knowing what I was doing. Just kidding, I was always a makeup artist and I was always good at it. So just really silly, but we want to make the eyes look even bigger. So I am going to line his lower eye with white. And I'm going to even get into the lash line. Just getting in there, getting it white, because I'm going to come in with an eyeliner. And wait till you see what fun we get to have with the eyeliner. I'm going to take a brown, and I'm going to go, open your eye. I'm going to go underneath the white. Close your eyes. And I'm going to give Chris the best cat eye he's ever had. Open. Close your eyes. So again, I'm not trying to be precise. A lot of times when you're working in the theater, it's very fast-paced. And why sometimes it's difficult to get a job as a makeup artist in the theater is because most actors are responsible for doing their own makeup. And since this is so difficult to do, they can be trusted to handle it on their own. Open your eyes. But you never know when you're going to be having to do a theater makeup and why it's just good to have it on hand. So now for the eyebrows, I'm going to use the same pencil that I used for the eyeliner. And I am not trying to be subtle. I'm the opposite of subtle right now. I am going to take some of my highlight tones in my lighter makeup and really be grandiose with it. Same that you would do for natural highlighting is what you would do in the same spots for theater makeup. So I'm still going to go in the same spots that I would just absurd, very absurd. But that's okay. The more absurd, the better. Just get it really bright. And again, blending isn't an issue. No one is going to see this. The closest person to him, aside from the other actors, is going to be about 20 feet away, sitting in the first row. For the lips, you might not use a red on a man. You would use maybe more of a dark, dusty rose, but the same concept. Big. I'm going way out of the lines. I'm being absurd with it, and I'm going in, and I'm painting on the lips. A little bit even. You don't want it to be even noticeable from far away that this is, so it's a little clownish, but it's definitely cartoony. But from 100 feet away, for the people all the way at the top of the theater, this will look almost normal. I'm just tapping it a little bit because I don't want it to fly everywhere, but I'm going to really pack on the powder because this makeup needs to last throughout the first act. And anywhere else that is exposed, the neck, anywhere that you've put makeup. Close your eyes. Okay, open. And it may seem strange and weird, but this is what you need to do to be seen from very far away. So yes, theater makeup can appear very silly from up close, but from very far away, we can see his mouth, we can see his eyes, we can see his cheeks, we can see his eyebrows, we can see his face. This is a very basic concept for a theater makeup.